Good morning. Good to see you. And already yesterday at the meeting about women, peace and security, Amina Mohammed and myself and Binta Diop told about our trip to Chad and Niger. And we were left without any doubt about the relationship between climate change and security. And this is now the first meeting in the Security Council since 2011 and the third ever on climate-related security risks. And it's clear that the Council also needs to catch up with the reality on ground. And it's time to move from the question of whether, if climate is affecting security, to how and what needs to be done in response. Over the last 18 months, the Council has recognized the issue in a number of contexts. So resolutions have actually addressed this problem, the Lake Chad Basin region, West Africa, the Sahel, and also Somalia. And I hope that today's discussion can help the Council also to develop a shared understanding of the risks that are at play, and also to make sure that we set up an effective system to, for example, report from the field about these things. What is it that we should look out for, and how do we report, and to create a home for this issue also within the Council. And I think that to address the conflicts of today and prevent the conflicts of tomorrow, we must understand and respond to the threat that climate change presents to our security. We saw it with Boko Haram in the Lake Chad region. You will see conflicts when the lake recedes, people start to move. We will have conflicts between farmers and herders. Boko Haram will use the unrest that is created to recruit people. And this was very, very clear to us. And I think that this will be, I hope, a good way also to let the people most affected brief us today. So we have invited briefers from Nauru, from the Maldives. We also have the water minister from Iraq and others who will tell about particularly how exposed small island states are and the role that they have played, including in climate change negotiations over the years.
Madam Minister, we know that there is a dispute now between Iraq and Turkey on water resources. So as a president of the Security Council this month, what's your message to both countries?
No, I think that we don't want to fuel any sort of political conflicts over this. So I think it's very important to establish what exactly is the situation also when it comes to water. I think that water management plans, regional cooperation, an acceptance of this being a lifeline to all countries concerned is the most important, and that must be the starting point. If we can help through the European Union or through the UN to establish such regional cooperation, such dialogue about what it means when scarce water resources are becoming a source of conflict, then that would be a great thing. So it's not to fuel any conflicts, it's not to point at anybody, it's really to describe the situation and what it does to security. So it becomes a risk of fueling conflicts, and this is what we need to avoid. So what are the methods to do so?
Michelle Nichols from Reuters. Yesterday you had the meeting on women, peace and security. The Russian mission tweeted last night that the Security Council basically shouldn't be dealing with women empowerment and gender equality, and that there's other bodies within the UN to deal with that. Can we get your response to that? And also, the US President Donald Trump is in Europe at the moment. This morning he said that Germany is being held captive by Russia, and I wondered if you had a reaction to that.
Well, first of all, I think that we proved yesterday also that without women involved, without half of the population of this planet involved in peace negotiations, keeping peace, working for peace, changing their societies, there will be no peace and development. We need these women, and to not recognize their role is just being put what do you call it, blinds before your eyes. So I think, I guess we just got the point out, and maybe they don't want to see that. But now we have it in resolutions, we have it in the normative framework of the United Nations, and I think it is clear to everyone that it has to stay that way. And we will continue to work with the Russians and convince them that it is also a case for the Security Council. We also know that peace deals where women and peace negotiations where women have been involved produces more options on the table and lasts longer. So we have proof for our case. Secondly, I think that this is very sad and unfortunate. At a time when we need to stick together to tackle all the global challenges and the issues that we have put on the agenda, that we are discussing every week in the Security Council, countries should not accuse each other or insult each other, but rather see how can we trade with each other, how can we have a social and economic exchange, how can we talk to each other in a respectful way. And this is not the climate and the kind of conversation that we need at this moment. That's all I want to say about that.
Madam Minister, are you expecting an outcome from today's meeting? I know most of the Council members are on the same page on climate change, but the United States has withdrawn from the Paris Climate Accord. So was there any attempt to have some sort of an outcome, and how was it responded
Well, we judged that would not really be realistic. We were happy with the outcomes of the previous high-level meetings that we've had, but we thought it was still a very good idea, and it's a success to be able to place it on the agenda and also to get the briefers that we have. We think it will be a very interesting debate, and we accept that it will take some time before we have a full acceptance from all the members of the Security Council that this belongs to the tasks of the United Nations and of the Security Council. Because this will be the most potent driver of existing conflicts and wars in the world. We will very soon, we will see more climate refugees, and it will affect all of us. So their destiny is also our destiny. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister.